Hey guys, what is going? Blossom is back, and today I'm back with another video from the what you can get from that pack series. I'm sure by now you guys know how it goes. There's a new special pack out and I'm just going to review it, showing you all the B's, A's, and S's. Now recently I got a comment, and I think it was like the motorsport carbon fiber packs that were out last week, and I got a comment asking, oh, are you going to do a pack review of that? The thing is, I've already actually done it, and it's already in a playlist, so I kind of did it I think like 4 months ago or something. But if you guys are interested to see what packs I have already reviewed, I will put a link of the playlist in the description below. So after this video or right now, you can just go check it out and check out every single pack I've reviewed. I've reviewed quite a bit at this point, but back to the topic of this video, I'll be reviewing the Japanese rear-wheel drive carbon fiber. So initially when I heard this pack came out, I think it was a fan on Instagram that messaged me. I was just like, you could probably only get like 3 cars, and then I kind of thought about it and I was like, oh, alright, a lot of Infinitis, a lot of Mazdas, and this is what this pack is: a lot of Mazdas, a lot of Infinitis, and a couple Nissans here and there. But let's get into it. We start off with the Nissan 350Z, 5.60 to 60 and 83 handling, so handling is good on this car. Moving on is the Mazda RX7 Type RZ, as well as the Mazda RX7 Type RS. Now, I do own this car maxed out, and I think it's like, what, 4.50 to 60, 94 handling, something like that, at 969. And I'm almost convinced that this is the best RQ19 Mazda RX7 in the game. There are 4 of them, so I'm almost convinced that this one's the best. And another thing I have to say is that there are a lot of RQ19 cars in this pack. Take that information the way you, however you wish. But in my opinion, I think a lot of RQ19 cars isn't that great. But the next one is the RX7 Spirit R, followed by the RX7. So as you can see, most of the cars, they all have identical stats, except this one, it has 1 less handling. Moving on is the Infiniti QX50, rear-wheel drive but all-surface tires. The grip is decent. However, there is a thing about rear-wheel drive all-surface tire cars that aren't just as strong as four-wheel drive all-surface tires cars. Maybe I'll do a test on that. Next is the first RQ20, and that's the Nissan 390Z. It has a 0 to 60 of 4.9 and a handling of 83. Followed by that is the Mazda Cosmo. It is the first standard tire car you can get in the pack, with 5.70 to 60 and a handling of 80. Moving on to this is the Infiniti G35. Has a 5.70 to 60 once again and a handling of 76. It does look like the Mazda Cosmo is a little better in terms of handling, so I do want to see how this car competes against the Infiniti G35. Moving on is the Honda NSX. Now I think this is the only Honda you can get from the pack. It's rear-wheel drive, 84 handling, and 5.70 to 60. This is actually quite a strong car, and I do like this car. I have it maxed out, and I think it also has a really cool picture. Maxed out, I think it's about 93 handling with 4.70 to 60, if I remember correctly. Moving on is the Nissan Silvia 240 RS. This is one of those off-road rear-wheel drive cars like the Porsche as well as the Ford Escort. It has a 0 to 60 of 4.9 and a handling of 81. Maxed out, I think it goes to like 90, 91 handling. I think I have this maxed out 699, so it actually has 91 handling, and 0 to 60 of I think 4.1 or 4.0. Moving on is the Infiniti M35. Now I can say I think every Infiniti is in this pack besides like 1 from ultra rare and above. So you can also call this a low-key Infiniti pack. It has a handling of 79 and 0 to 60 of 6.7 with standard tires as well. Moving on is the Infiniti G37. This car is a convertible, as you can see, 0 to 60 of 5.6 and a handling of 80. Not bad at all. Moving on is the Infiniti M45. Now this is one of those RQ's 22 standard tire cars I really want to test, especially when it goes up against the Citroen Metropolis as well as the Cadillac CT6. It has a 0 to 60 of 5.3 as well as a handling of 75. Now guys, we're moving on to the Epic section. We start up with the Infiniti Q70, 0 to 60 of 5.7 and a handling of 79, as well as it has standard tires. Along with this is the M45, 0 to 60 of 5.1, which is quite strong for a standard tire car, and a handling of 78. Moving on is the Infiniti G35, and yeah, they're basically every single Infiniti in this pack from the game. 0 to 60 of 5.1 and a handling of 77 with standard tires. Next is once again is one of those packs where it's high risk, high rewards. The two cars that you can get, the two highest rated cars you can get from this pack are very strong. The first being the Mazda Furai. It's a concept car. Does not have great MRA, but it does have, I think, the best handling for an epic car in the game. Might have to correct me on that, but 92 is very, very high for a base, and a 0 to 60 of 3.5. That is crazy. Hellcat is 3.7 on base, but the Hellcat does have far better MRA, so don't put your Furai in the drag. The last car you can get is the Nissan R390 GT1 road car. Now, talking about MRA, this car has one of the best MRAs in the game. I think it has an MRA of like 112, if I remember correctly. It is very, very strong. I think third strongest in the game or second strongest in the game, if I remember correctly, second to the Chiron. But yeah, 0 to 60 of 3.9, handling of 90, also a 90s car, amazing top speed of 215, and yeah, it's the only legendary you can get. So just gonna backtrack and not talk, and you guys can just see all the cars you can get from this pack. And remember, pause at any time. There you go, guys. That is the pack. Once again, I'm going to give you guys my verdict. Will I open it? No, I will not open this pack. However, if you guys want to open it, I would also suggest not to, but if you're really looking for a Furai or you want some Infinitis in your garage, then there's a good chance that you might want to open it. And if you feel really lucky and you want a legendary, the Nissan GT1 road car is a really good car to have in anybody's garage. And yeah, I mean, if you want to, if you feel lucky and you think you can get a legendary, open the pack. Or if you feel lucky in general, you can open the pack, or unless you really want the Furai. But if not, I would abstain. I wouldn't open it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Blossom out.